Derek.
That's right.
But that was fire though, for real though.
Real talk. I will be back.
How you take the record off?
Hit that red button.
Red button. Try to get in.
Gang violence and young kids out here growing up to be in gangs and rolling around with Jesus Christ. We try to make like fundraisers and more community events to get kids out of trouble, staying out of trouble and stuff, and having more fun.
So what were some of your solutions?
Well, we had came up with like getting together, going to Kings Island, like having more sport events, some other stuff like that, like groups, like community groups and all that stuff like that. A lot of things.
Do you think it was a productive meeting?
Yeah, it was. It gave us our chance to come out and say what we had to say, and say what we want to change.
Tell me, who are you? Say your name.
Alante.
Spell your first name.
A-L-L-A-N-T.
Your last name.
Washington.
And let's see, just get clarification since there were a lot of people inside different teams. Are you in a gang?
No.
You with the Christian Morehouse or Save the Youth program or just neighborhood team?
Yeah, just neighborhood team.
Okay. Anybody else want to say anything?
Yes ma'am, I want to say something.
Okay.
I think this was a good opportunity for us to come out here and talk about how we keep young kids off the streets and keep drugs off the streets and violence.
Do you think tonight's meeting will actually work?
Yes ma'am. Like if we keep going on, like have meetings for us to do stuff, get out and do stuff, like field trips for us to help us stay out of trouble off the streets. Like we have programs on the south side like teen nights, called teen night, where we come together, like all the teenagers, talk about the Bible and what we can do to stay out the streets and what better stuff can we have to keep us out of trouble.
Say your first and last name for me.
Kendall McCaleb.
Oh, spell your first name.
Kendall.
And your last name.
MCCALEP.
Okay, and neighborhood team.
Yes ma'am, 16. I go to Tech High School.
Okay, one more.
Yeah, please.
Not
tonight.
Come on, Derek, get in here, man.
Okay, one more.
Okay, that's it, man.
We both gonna say something. We like twins.
Another thing that influences young children on these shoes is music, all the hip hop,
The games.
they're looking at videos, you see the cars they drive and the women they got, all the money they have. And the guns they have, who they killing. Yeah, and the stuff they have, and the main way to get to that stuff that they do have in those videos is to touch the shoes. Or listening to music, rappers is telling you that
motivates the kids is the cars they see people driving. Like, they see the cars, they see the women, so they were like, what can I do to get just like that? 24 rims, you feel me? So they want to go out here, okay, I get a job, that ain't working, they ain't getting enough money, so they want to turn to the streets. Drugs, dope, selling all kind of stuff. That's when everybody start getting in trouble. Black teens start getting locked up. And that's really what it is right there. The cars and the women, that's all it is.
They need to see someone that has sold drugs and done all that stuff, but is now, like, say, a doctor or a lawyer that has came up from poverty and is now living a good life. They need to see a leader like that to influence them. Young people need good role models. That's what we need, good role models.
Good role models, that's what we need. Everybody say good role models on 3. 1, 2, 3. Good role models.
I lost a brother to the street right here. And that taught me a lesson to stay out the streets. This taught me a lesson to stay out the streets because after I seen my brother got killed, I changed my lifestyle around. Like, I go to school, get straight A's, play basketball.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stay strong.
Whatever.
They come in pewter or oil bronze finish, just $24.99.
And they sitting up there, the preacher sitting up there glorifying.
Keep going, Derek, man.
These are very, very influential people. They ain't no influential than I am.
Derek, ain't it on?
And I got a couple of millionaires in my corner.
Register for your chance to win a Pontiac Solstice convertible.
A couple. If I told y'all, dude Donnie Walsh, general manager of the Pacers. They my father was friends for years.
They was asking about how to reduce the crime rate. Again, another way to reduce the crime rate, another way to keep youngsters from committing crime is, for one, give them their rights in this country. How can I respect the laws in this country when the laws in this country don't respect me. If I'm being violated every day in this country just for being the color of my skin, my rights are being denied. Equal opportunity in the job place, freedom of speech. I can't walk down the street without getting harassed by the cops and they don't know me. No, I'm not gonna have respect for the law. The school, we have more blacks and Latinos in prison today than we do in college. For dropouts, if you drop out of school, you have a 47% chance of going to prison. Now, the thing about that is, with dropping out of school, you got a 47% chance of going to prison. The key thing is not to drop out of school. The beginning of kids dropping out of school is being kicked out of school. Well, if we have a large number of African American males having conflict within the junior highs and high schools with the teacher, obviously there's a problem there. Maybe we need to have training classes for the teachers to learn how to deal with these students, because once they get kicked out of school, then the next step is prison. So in order to reduce crime, first of all, we gotta give these kids their rights. First of all, we gotta respect them. First of all, we have to do what we say we gonna do. If you want the youth to talk to you when you have these meetings, then before you have the meeting, you talk to the youth. You let the youth see that you are there for them. You must gain the trust of the youth first. Don't ask the youth what you can do for them, and then tomorrow they feeling like no one's there for them. When they call your phone, they get a voicemail. Nobody returns it. You got to develop the trust first. We have to reduce police brutality in order to develop trust between the police and the youth. So, and I don't care how many meetings we have, until I see a decrease in the statistics, until I see a decrease in the dropout rate for African Americans, until I see a decrease in the poverty rate for African Americans, until I see an increase in the education in African Americans, college attendance, degrees increasing, then I don't think the problem is being worked on. So if you want to know if something is really being done, look at the statistics from year to year. Every year statistics come out. See if the murder rate done dropped. See if the black on black crime done dropped. See if the high school graduation rate done increased. Then you would know if all of these meetings are mattering. If none of those percentages changes from year to year, then no, the meetings don't matter.
Got down to the line.
Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby.
So, and then you have brothers like myself. They have themselves basically. They fear brothers like myself. Maybe they know from my aura, from my vibe. Maybe they know that I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing. Maybe they know that I have a real true interest in the youth in our community. So when you see a brother with dreads comes to the forefront, they're denied. They don't want a brother like me. I am your role model. They don't want a role model like myself to speak in the public, because then the things that I say will encourage you to do more things, like really look into what's been going on. Like, instead of just ending this meeting, find out later on if any of those people who was at the meeting are trying to really make some changes. You know what I'm saying? But basically, man, you're not gonna see too many people speaking on the news, speaking in leadership at those type of meetings that are not gonna coincide with what the police are saying. And I'm not gonna coincide with what the police are saying, because I don't agree with them. So, I mean, like I said, until that chief that was there can reduce police brutality, then I don't see even trying to. I don't see trying to start a relationship with police. How can I start a relationship with the police when all I see is police brutality? So work on Work on resolving that police brutality in Indianapolis, and then maybe we can work on building a trustworthy relationship with the police.
Derek is in peace, man.